Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to try. Sorry. That's too many to pick from. Can you sing something for us? Absolutely not. Unless you're paying me a ton of money, in which case I'll think about it. See you tomorrow night. Oh, thank you, Ria Norman. Hi, from Sweden. Do you wear a big false nose? From Carsmoor27. Absolutely not. I do not wear a false nose. I wear my own already rather, I don't know, decent sized nose. It's fairly big. Thank you very much, Hannah Ford. I love you too. James McAvoy, just James McAvoy. Thanks for writing my name. MetMJ, has the skipping rope part of the duel ever gone wrong? Saw you guys twice back in 2020 and you were amazing. Thank you very much. Hope you and Jamie will do another play. We will. Have seen all your collabs. Oh, brilliant. Nice one. The skipping part. So there's a part in there's a big fight at the beginning, and because we don't have a nose in this show, we have to follow the logic of that, right? So that means that we don't have props, we don't have costumes, we don't have swords, we don't have anything. We've got ourselves and we've got microphones and that's it. So we do this fight and we get into jump rope, which is kind of sounding weird, I guess, but it's not. It's really good. Has it ever gone wrong? Regularly. Nari gets smacked in the face with this very heavy microphone lead cable, and yeah, it goes wrong a lot, but we work hard to make sure that it goes wrong as infrequently as possible. Right, hello, what do you love most about performing on stage? You're amazing. Greetings. Thank you very much, Gabby Risaya. I'm so bad at pronouncing everybody's names, I'm sorry. Feel free to mispronounce my name. McAvoy, whatever you want to call me. No offence ever taken. What do I love most about performing on stage? The audience. The relationship, the direct relationship with the audience. Try to get some more light here. Oh, that's better, isn't it? The direct relationship with the audience. The fact that the evening wouldn't exist without them being there. Not just you, but them too. If you make a film, it exists whether an audience watches it or not. But you do a show, you can rehearse it, you can dress rehearse it, you can do it without an audience, and it's not the show. The audience come, and then it's the show, because the show is what happens in the space between you and the audience. And if it's good, there's an electric something in the space between you and that crowd. Same way as there is with other actors. If there's something good going on between you and another actor, the amazing thing is happening between you, not necessarily in you or in them. That's my wanky view on things. Right, who's next? Man, ooh. Okay, funniest mistake on stage, or are you perfect? Runai.4. Funniest mistake on stage. I fell flat in my face. Joe, we're going to need to move. All right, walk with me as we go through the backstage annals of the Glasgow Theatre Royal. See you later, man.
You've got your mask.
Oh dear Christ. Thanks, man. You've touched it.
I don't have to.
Funniest mistake on stage. Hey Darius. Funniest mistake on stage. I think when I was about 22 or 23, I was on at the Donmar Theatre in London, and on opening night, at the press night, I had to do a song and dance, tap dance routine with Nigel Harman. And I managed to get my foot caught in the curtain, and I fell flat on my face and smashed my face onto the ground. Cheers, Darius. Darius is hiding. And that was pretty embarrassing. Right, what's next? Any more? Do you prefer? Any upcoming films? Absolutely not. I'm doing this play and then I'm going on holiday with the family for about 16 years. Hi. Hey, Natalini Beauty. Natalie Eleni Beauty. Natalini. Hello, love. Check out Natalie Eleni's beauty page. It is pretty damn great. Welcome to my dressing room. Taking a real tour tonight, guys. Okay, so what's next? Hi James, is it possible to see you as Charles Xavier role in the MCU? I don't know, that's above my pay grade. That's questions for Disney and Marvel. James, please twerk. Please, not a chance. Is Cyrano your favourite part so far? I don't know. It's my favourite part right now. I am loving getting to do it. It is an absolute gift of a role. It's who I am right now as well, because it really is just like kind of just me. I bet Jamie just wants us to be as much of ourselves as possible. So it doesn't even feel like I'm playing a part sometimes. It just feels like I'm playing me, but I sort of do rhyming couplets all the time instead of speaking normally. If an audience doesn't react where they more often usually do... Oh, where did that go? That question went away. This is a good question. Where did that question go? If an audience doesn't react the way that they more normally usually do, does it throw you at all? Sometimes, every now and again. You shouldn't expect them to laugh at the point that you want them to laugh, but you kind of sort of do a little bit. But sometimes you get a sense where like, this crowd ain't coming with me on this, do you know what I mean? But sometimes you're like, they're loving it, they're loving the whole night, and then you go, boom, and they don't go, yay, and you go, oh, fuck. I look like a total tool because you've left a little gap for them to laugh, because you kind of need to leave little gaps for them to laugh. But you need to be really on it to go, they haven't laughed, keep going quick. So, good question. Thanks for sharing insightful things. Keep your enthusiasm, it transcends through your work. Thank you very much, Coward Annette. Do you think kids would benefit seeing it? Yes, I do. There's nothing explicit sexually or violently in the show. I mean, there was 2 kids in last night. I think they must have been 8 years old and they were in the first row. I am not telling you to bring 8-year-olds to the show. I don't know what the age rating suggestion is, but we've had lots of kids in at the show who, as young as 8, as far as I've seen, staring out in the audience, looking there and loving it. In fact, one of the 2 boys that were in last night sporting bow ties, which I thought was quite bold for young men of their age, and to be applauded, their style choice. You could hear them. There's big silences in the show, or very quiet moments where we're speaking very quietly. In fact, it's one of the great highlights of the show is just how quiet the audience becomes. And but through it, you could hear this boy in the front row just eating popcorn, going. And because it was a little boy and not just some adult who should know better or whatever, you were just like, we don't care, we don't mind. It was really cute that he was just, not cute, it was just really inspiring actually that that little guy was at our show as a member of our audience. What is your favourite song? Don't have one, too early. I'm a bit weird with music. Are you still married, James? Yes, still married, thankfully. Do you think Cyrano would be a great book to study, as the theme of self-image resonates with today's obsession with self-image on social media? Rhea Norman. Yes, I do. I think it would be good. What is the play? Reday 90. The play is about a trio of objectified people. Objectified either because they're beautiful or because they're really different looking. The key character being, or characters being Christiane, Roxanne, and Cyrano. I play Cyrano, who apparently has a disfigured, terribly massive nose, and it's marked him out as different for all his life, and he sort of hates himself because of it, and becomes quite combative verbally and physically because of it as well. But he's in love with this woman who's the most beautiful woman in town, and she prizes his particular skill set above all things. Words, the ability to speak, the ability to convey emotion and narrative through poetry. But she also holds beauty, physical beauty, in almost as higher status as that. So he ends up not getting the girl, but he gets a very beautiful guy to get the girl by giving his words to him, and that's the story, kinda. And then lots of weird stuff falls out because of that. Favourite Arctic Monkeys song? Don't have one. Love pretty much all of them. They're amazing. What advice would you give for an aspiring actor or actress? Love you. Thank you very much, Holly X Watson 23. An aspiring actor or actress, well, how aspiring are you? Have you left school yet? Are you at drama school? I would say if you haven't gone to drama school, go to a classical, get a classical training, and that means a theatre training. I think it gives you more tools in your toolkit than film school. I don't know if you can get a film acting school training. But I learned more about entertaining people and telling stories on stage than I did on screen. And then I was able to take those skills and those lessons and those things onto film and television easier than you are able to go the other way. You have to modify them, and it's different on film and television, but telling stories is telling stories. And if you get a good understanding of how to tell a story in a room with actual people, giving you a clear signal of yes, I understand that, or no, I don't, because yes, I cried at the right bit, or yes, I laughed at the right bit, or I booed you at the end. You get quite clear messages and quite clear educational outcomes, as opposed to being on a film set where it's just a bit nebulous and a bit like, is it truthful? I don't know. What is truth? My truth is different from his truth, but it seems good, and they'll put music on it, so don't sweat it. So I would say get a theatre training. If you're an aspiring young actor. But if you're not even at that stage yet, if you're younger than that and you can't go get a theatre training, just get as much experience performing in front of people as you can. That means youth theatre, that means acting class, that means drama club at school, whatever it is. Like, get in front of people doing stuff, because that's it. That's all you need to do to learn, is tell stories in front of people through your acting or stand-up comedy or whatever it is you want to do as a performer. It's all just telling stories, different ways of telling stories, and that's all it is. Your use of lighting was incredibly effective in the show. Great. Does it make it difficult to move about on stage? It was absolutely outstanding. It doesn't make it difficult, no, because it's so choreographed and blocked, it doesn't really make a difference. But John Clark did an incredible job lighting this. Are you in Doctor Strange? No. Hi, I love your accent. Thanks very much. Your name is gone, sorry about that. James, how was it working with Anya Taylor-Joy in Split before she got famous? Well, I would argue she was slightly famous back then, if not more than slightly famous back then anyway. I'll answer this question, even though we're here for Cyrano. She's great, she's brilliant, she's a great talent, and a brilliant performer, so it was good. How do you feel about... Oh, no, I'm not asking that one. When did you know you wanted to be an actor? After I'd been acting for about 2 or 3 years, I really fell into acting. It was very fortuitous. I got, hey, Sam Black, what's up, man? So great to share a stage with you, bro. Mate, you too, big man. Big love. Olivia Kate, you want to be mine? Woofed. Thank you. How do I know when to be acting? Yeah, I fell into acting out of the blue. Director came to our school, gave us a chat on acting. It was fascinating. I asked him if I could come and make tea or coffee for him next time he was making a movie, and he instead called back like 6 months later and gave me an audition for a part in a movie about child prostitution and child pornography in Glasgow, which was obviously not a comedy. And I got the part, and that was it. And that's how I fell into acting.